Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So this morning, I have to talk about the big news that broke last night, and that is the SEC probing and investigating into Coinbase due to their possible security listings. So what does this mean for America's biggest crypto exchange? And also, Bitcoin and markets are dropping due to recession fears. Although the current administration is saying, don't worry about recession. So let's talk about that as well. All right, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Get notified of all my streams. Follow me on social media. Check out CryptosRUs.com and follow the brand new Clips and I Am George channels. Welcome, guys. Good morning. We're a few minutes before market bell. 4 minutes. Yeah, roughly 4 minutes. You can see U.S. markets opening in the red right now. It looks like it wants to open in the red. Today and the rest of this week, we're facing earnings. All right, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Of course, we're facing the Fed, and we're facing GDP numbers, recession. I mean, this week is a trifecta. So today, the big earnings has to be GM. You can see right here, GM falls short due to supply chain issues. Right? Yesterday, Walmart came out and said that they had to cut forecasts because people are spending less due to inflation. GM now is saying, well, we're selling less because of supply chain issues, although the CEO, Mary, thinks that they're going to surpass Tesla in sales by 2025. She's still very hopeful about that. But you can see right now, earnings so far has not been that good. And there's more that's coming. Coca-Cola, McDonald's. Actually, interesting enough right here, McDonald's says higher prices, value items help boost U.S. sales. Before, you could go to McDonald's and buy $1 drinks. That is no longer the case. It's $2. So they have started raising prices, right? So there's a lot of stuff that is going on that's spooking the market. Earnings so far has not been good. I talked about Fed Chair Powell. Their two-day meeting kicks off today, will end tomorrow, and in the afternoon we'll have a press conference held by Fed Chair Powell, and we'll see what he does with rates. 75 basis points or 100% basis points or even higher than that, right? If it's anything higher than that, then watch out. It's going to be a bloody market. But 75 basis points, I think the market will rally, and that's to be expected because he already said that last month, but he may change his mind. And 100 basis points, even though I think it's priced in, I think that may cause some volatility. But we will see. No need to speculate. We just have to wait one more day. But obviously, this is causing some jitters this week. But also, on Thursday, the day right after this, we're going to have to talk about whether or not the U.S. is in a recession. Officially in recession means GDP numbers comes out. So if the GDP numbers show Q2, we had more slowness, right? 2 consecutive quarters. Technically, that means we're in recession. So we may be in recession already. It's just confirming that. Right? It's just confirming what we're going through right now. But, Janet Yellen, U.S. Treasury Secretary, is downplaying and saying, don't worry about it. We're going to get past it. Even we're in recession, don't worry about it. And even President Biden has come out and said, no, we're not going to be in recession. Right? So I think they're trying to not use the official technical definition of what a recession is, which is two GDP numbers, consecutive quarters where there's slowness. I think they're trying not to use that official definition. They're coming from the perspective of, well, even though we may be in recession, the economy is still strong, labor force is still strong, unemployment is still low, right? And many companies out there are still doing well, right? I think that's where they're coming from. But there's definitely going to be slowness. Even the IMF, I just saw this published 8 minutes ago, saying that they expect the world economy, not just the U.S. economy, to grow in 2022, but they've been marking it down and down and down and down periodically. So this number of 3.2% used to be much higher, but it's been downgraded. So there's definitely slowness. But here's the thing to remember. The slowness is caused on purpose because of inflation, because of all the money printing, because of all the fiat debasing, right? This was done on purpose by the Fed. The rate hikes are meant to slow down the economy. So this would be a Fed-induced recession on purpose. Again, we're in a very different time right now versus before, right? So it's important to remember that. Can they pull back after this rate hike, that's announced on Wednesday? Can we pull back and not have any more in September, November, December? One could hope. If inflation numbers does show that it's starting to come down due to these rate hikes, well, then we could get some positive news for the remaining of this year, right? Let's see. I'm getting like crazy amount of text messages for some reason. I apologize for that. Shut off my volume here. All right, now moving on to the market. Oh, I forgot to ring the bell. I'm sorry. My alarm didn't go off. There we go. The best opening bell on YouTube by far. All right, what else? Let's talk about, of course, Coinbase. A lot of you guys are worried about Coinbase. Well, it broke out yesterday that Coinbase is being probed by the SEC. I love that word, probed, right? Like literally being probed and shafted by Gary Gensler for listing unregistered securities. Now, the interesting thing is what came out last week about former Coinbase manager being charged for insider trading. This actually came after the fact. Coinbase has been probed by SEC for quite some time. So it's just leaking out now, right? So what does this mean exactly? Well, Coinbase says there are 200 plus tokens. None of them are securities. They go through a rigorous process, evaluation by their lawyers, make sure that they're not securities. But SEC says otherwise. No, they're all securities, basically. So what does that mean exactly? Does that mean the SEC's goal, like, just basically shut them down? No, that's not actually what it means. Recently there's been a lot of talk about securities, what's a security, what's not, and what the implications are. Basically, Gary wants to take control. This is a power thing, power grab. Basically, Gary's like, Coinbase should register, okay? We want to oversight Coinbase. So they're not looking to shut down Coinbase, but they want to control them, right? And there's many implications of why they want to do so. They'll say for consumer protection, but they probably want access to the people that are also trading within, right? And maybe for tax reasons. Who knows? There's a lot of things that they want access to. But this is the thing. So that's why they're probing into this. Will this be a long, drawn-out lawsuit or something like that? It seems like it's not leading to that yet. But, Coinbase fought back and shot back saying, you don't give us any really good guidelines in terms of what's a security and what's not, right? And that is true. So maybe after this, the SEC will come out of the 200 tokens. They'll list out, this is a security, this is not a security, this is a security, this is not a security, right? And then we'll have better definition of why they think each one is a security or each one isn't. Right now, there's really no guidelines, right? But SEC seems like they're all over the place. They have their hands full with Ripple, right? They have their hands full with a lot of things, and now they're trying to go after crypto. Seems like they have their hands full in too many things right now. But we'll see. We'll see what this means. All right. There's a CEO of a project called Titanium Blockchain. Never heard of them. Raised $21 million ICO. Faked their white paper saying that they have a PayPal partnership. Well, he just pleaded guilty to $21 million fraud. His sentencing is coming soon. Basically, crime doesn't pay. He's facing up to 20 years in jail. Do you really think, being the U.S., you could get away with this? You really think that you can, raise, especially under so much scrutiny right now by the SEC and just scrutiny overall for crypto, right? Do you really think you could pull like a scam like this and not have anyone pay attention? Now this guy may be going to jail for a couple of decades, right? And he's already in his 50s, so yeah, not good at all. If you're a burrito fan, Well, Chipotle, I covered this last night. Chipotle is giving away their $200,000 worth of crypto if you buy the dip in regards to their guacamole. So they kicked that off today. I saw this. I have no idea where this is, but supposedly Solana, I don't know if it's actually started by Solana, probably. Solana has a physical store now. It reminds me a lot of the Serum Labs store. And you guys know Solana is trying to push hard into their phones, right? I don't know where this is. If you guys know, maybe you could chime in, but a whole bunch of, apes, NFTs being displayed, some shirts and sweaters. You got a floating shoe over here. I don't see their phone yet. I would think the biggest reason why you want a Solana store is to sell their new blockchain phone. I don't see that yet. But anyways, just thought that's interesting. I think it's a complete waste of time. Waste of time, waste of money. No one's going in there learning anything about Solana. That's my opinion. I'm going to stick with that. All right, what else is there? Any good news? Well, yes, Brazil's largest brokerage, XP, is going to let clients trade crypto, Bitcoin, and Ethereum starting in August. Brazil is obviously a large country with hundreds of millions of citizens. This is fantastic overall. Just imagine the next bull run that we have, right? How much more FOMO we're going to have. Because look at all these avenues, all these brokerages and banks and so forth, and financial apps. I mean, they're all allowing people to get into crypto. So next time when we do have FOMO will be like 10 times as large as before, if you think about it. So looking forward to that. PlanB also is making some predictions. This is a little uncharacteristic of him, saying that the S&P 500 in 5 years will be about 5 to 6K, and Bitcoin will be 100 to a million range. And I don't know what, I don't know what's going on. It just seems like a whole bunch of scribbles on this chart right here. But yeah, I could definitely see Bitcoin above 100,000 in the next 5 years. We're having the next halving event in 2024. That's only in 2 years, right? It could definitely happen. I don't know about a million, probably too soon, but eventually, sure. What else is there? There's extreme demand for Bitcoin at $20,000. And this proves it. Basically, you look at like these clumps of demand, right? So 20,000 right here, a ton of demand. 30,000, 40,000. Those are big psychological levels. I do agree with that. Every 10,000 is a big psychological level. So 20,000, there does seem to be a lot of demand, which is fantastic. But we're going to have to, break through some of these other psychological levels. Like 30,000 will be the next mark. Between 28 and 30,000, because we have spent some time there. And then afterwards, obviously, breaking up to 40 and 50,000, right? It's going to happen. We just have to get through a lot of these headwinds right now. A lot of this macro stuff not looking pretty. And despite all of it, Bitcoin is still holding strong above $20,000, right? So important to keep that in mind. Some of the other things, this is looking at some of the moving averages. There's a variety of moving averages out there measuring previous bottoms, right? And right now definitely looks like one of those bottom times. And same thing, this is another model that's kind of showing the bull and bear trend, and it's following this this growth curve, right? Bitcoin is following it, and it does seem like Bitcoin again has found a bottom, is ready to move forward. So still a lot of great things happening in this space. Adoption is still growing. Holders are still strong. People are getting in, right? So definitely stay strong, my friends. And despite it all, Bitcoin is still holding strong above $20,000. All right. So that is it. Let's do some Q&A. I didn't refresh this. So yeah, it's about even. NASDAQ is a little bit redder today, but about even. Nick asks, you going to do a double DCA this week before and after the Fed? Probably just after the Fed. Probably twice because I didn't do DCA last week with you guys, so I'll probably just do double. All right, let me see here. Good day from Europe. Where from Europe? Hello from Netherlands. Nice, nice. I wish I could sell my ETH, except it was on Celsius. Yeah, FML, right? Corey, I appreciate the gesture. Tell your wife thank you. I appreciate that. We've been in a recession. Yes, we'll just get confirmation. I do think we're just going to get confirmation. All right, I'm still, here we go. No disrespect, but the new orange background thumbnail is trash. Why? It's Bitcoin's color. It's orange. Why is it trash? Gensler needs to chill. And Duna, I don't know. Gensler seems like he wants to control everything. I mean, he really wants to control, like, there's bigger fish to fry, in my opinion. He still has to look at how to regulate stable coins and how to look at was that executive order from Biden in terms of how to properly define crypto, how to regulate crypto. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that he's in charge with, right? Not only that the Ripple lawsuit and many other lawsuits that they're handling, right? So I don't know. It does seem like he's just trying to take over everything right now. A lot of people thought that Gary was going to be good. Like, he understands blockchain, teaching blockchain classes at MIT. Everyone thought he was going to be pro-crypto, right? Now we're seeing that's not truly what's happening right now. Please send Chris Larson's coordinates. All right, now I'm starting to get caught up here. Jersey City, Amsterdam, welcome. Good morning from Colorado. A lot of Colorado people. Good morning. I've been saying the whole time Gensler is a snake. I mean, it seems like it. It seems like he's not very pro-crypto at all. The question is not, will Elon buy a sports team? The question is, when he buys a sports team, does he make Chili's legal tender at stadiums? And it's interesting how you try to just like kind of just like slid Chili's in there, thinking that Elon is going to make it happen. No, it's not going to make it happen. Chili's can't grow that much in the U.S. because everything, all the tokens, the fan-based tokens, are considered securities. And that I actually do believe, because you could actually trade them, you could profit from them, right? So Chili's is going to be a different animal in the U.S. They could get into NFTs, right? I think that's their new step anyways. But they could do NFTs, they could do rewards program, they could do stuff like that. But they can't come out with tokens. SEC is going to shut them down. And will Elon buy a sports team? I don't think so. He does not seem like he's a sports guy at all, nor would he want the headaches of being an owner. I think Gary understands the value of crypto. That's why he wants to control it. I don't know. Is this kind of last warning to Coinbase? No, I don't want to scare people into thinking that somehow SEC is going to shut down Coinbase. Basically, it's because SEC wants Coinbase to register with the SEC. They want to control them. They want to have oversight over Coinbase. That's the whole purpose of this, right? But we may get some clarity. in terms of which tokens that SEC declares securities, and maybe they'll list out the reasons why, right? But I don't think the SEC is trying to shut them down. They just want them to register and basically take control over them. That's what it's looking like. Any new updates on Voyager? No. There's no new updates on Voyager. I covered the last one. FTX is trying to buy them out for $15 million. Voyager says no. I should have Gensler on the show someday. Hey, if he's willing to come on the show, I will bring him on, and I'm going to ask him some tough questions, which he probably will not answer. But yeah, I don't think he's looking to come on the show anytime soon. But yeah, I would love to have him on. There are so many projects. I feel like I'm betting on a horse race. ADA, ETH, Zilliqa, Harmony. The thing is about these projects, you don't have to bet them as if there's only going to be one winner. They could all be winners. Look at how many companies, public trade companies there are right now around the world, right? There's not just one winner. There's many, many winners. So that's the thing. That's how I view crypto outside of Bitcoin. Let's say for a minute everything was working fine in the crypto space, no rug pulls, no crash, everything by the book. Would SEC still have the same stance? Yes, I still say it's a power thing. It's a power grab. Even the CFTC has come out and said, we don't agree with SEC. We don't agree that everything is a security. We don't believe that crypto or whatever they deem as securities to be securities. If they're deemed commodities, the CFTC actually takes control. Right? That's why like things like Bitcoin futures is controlled by the CFTC. So that's the thing. It's like even internal agencies don't agree, and it's just like it seems like they're all trying to plot for more like more power so they can have more oversight, stuff like that. It's kind of weird. You would figure like everyone under an umbrella would, work together and figure things out. But no, they're all like competing to get more power. It's just like Game of Thrones, but between agencies. I mean, it's really like that. Do you think Harmony's gonna go bankrupt due to $100 million hack? There's no such thing as a bankrupt for an open source project like that. But can they run out of funds? Yes, but that $100 million, it wasn't from them. It was actually liquidity from the people that have deposited into the bridge. So I think they will continue forward, but they're gonna have a hard time recovering. Should I convert my Matic to ETH or BTC? Is Disney enough to send Matic to the moon? Sure, but that's not the only reason why. Matic has a lot of things going for it, but that Disney collaboration is absolutely huge. All right, Summer, that's just ridiculous. Can we petition to have Gensler replaced? I think he was just renominated. I don't know. Until we get a new administration, most likely he's not going to go anywhere. Right? That's probably going to be how it is. Nick asks, if BTC doubles in value, I will cash in 16% to maintain 32% in cash. Would you cash in 8% given an increase in price of 50% in case we hit? Okay, I think it's a little complicated there. But what I maintain is this. Keep it simple. Anywhere from 15, 20, 25, even 30% cash, right? So as the market goes higher, your cash pile percentage starts decreasing, guess what? Take profits, get that cash pile up. That's how I view it. That's the easiest way to determine whether or not you should take profits. If your cash pile percentage is just decreasing because your crypto is going up in value, sell some off and put it on the side, lock in the gains, and have that cash ready in case we go back down again and you could take advantage. Having cash on the side is very, very important, right? Very important. I think most people get burned not because their crypto goes down, it's because they went all in and they can't DCA anymore. They can't buy the dip. That's what frustrates people more than anything. So that's why I think having cash on the side is very important. Very important. All right, guys. I'll let you guys go. Overall, this probing by the SEC is no good. Does that mean that Coinbase is about to be shut down? No, but it does show that the SEC wants more and more and more. They want more power. Gensler wants to control Coinbase and really, literally wants to control all of crypto. That is why he wants to declare everything as a security. Because if they are security, guess who controls them? The SEC. If they're a commodity, another agency controls them. So this is really looking like a big power grab by this man right here, Gary Gensler. But besides that, you know, there's a lot of things going on. Recession fears, rate hike fears, earning fears. A lot of things going on this week, right? But we will get through it. Bitcoin is holding strong, and it'll continue. It'll continue forward. All right, guys. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Take care. Bye-bye.